Great. No, I'm good. Check his
That's how
rap.
you that's how you check his rap. And what's up, guys? As we don't know ball, AFC edition this week. Unfortunately, we do not have our mascot.
Whoa! What is unfortunate about this situation?
It's fair. That's fair. But unfortunately, we were able to upgrade from our mascot to our guy here in sports, and as well as everybody who knows him on Instagram. Please follow him and do his thing because he is now doing some transitioning and doing kind of independent stuff. Not to say anything outlandish, but how are you doing today?
But he's doing outlandish stuff on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Absolutely. I'm doing great. I can't wait for the NFL season. Can't believe it's almost September. I feel like summer just flew by. So, yeah, man. You guys want to follow Fantasy X on Instagram? I really appreciate it. So, yeah.
There you go. Quick plug. So Justin, how are we doing with our football stuff?
Football stuff's great. I did our fantasy draft last week. I did another fantasy draft on Saturday. Preseason is really fucking boring.
It's always boring.
Let's just get to like football. It's like I had this discussion with somebody the other day that I really respect the guys that are really playing for their livelihood in the preseason, but at the same time, nobody wants to watch. Nobody cares. Get to the real football. These games don't matter. Like, let's get to the football.
I always said they should have just done one preseason week. Like, why do they need 3?
If they're going to play it the way they're going to do it, they should be able to play 4 preseason games in 2 weeks and get started.
That's fair.
I'm not mad at that because I always viewed it as ramping up for the season because as a person who's also played football, we had a couple preseason games, but we had 2, and then we ramped into it. Now, obviously, high school is way completely different than college and NFL, but it's like we had 2 weeks and we were able to get through. And then for most of the stuff that I've seen, for like we all know this preseason, like most of these QBs, most of these starters are getting a drive or 2 or maybe a quarter, and then they're sitting. So it's like it's not even ramping them up. It's not doing anything.
Here's my thought. We see this all the time with teams showing up to other teams' facilities to have like scrimmages or practices or whatever.
Yeah.
Do that shit there. Make 2 preseason games mandatory to all starters to knock the fucking dust off, because I don't want to watch sloppy football until week 5. I'd like to watch good football out of the gate. I don't need to see 93 holding penalties, 74 offsets, illegal motions. I'm sick of it, bro. Week 1, 2, and 3 are a fucking joke. Whoever pops off in the first 3 weeks, good for you. No one cares. You're playing the sloppiest version of football, and you guys are professional athletes. Figure it the fuck out.
Agreed.
Yeah, I like the thing is, I always like preseason to see some of the rookies like give an idea of like what their strengths are at. But like
for sure,
I honestly think this, like if you guys like want like the preseason to be better, I feel like the start should at least start for half.
Not a drive.
Agreed.
Yeah, not a drive. That's fucking ridiculous.
I remember, like, growing up, there would be several teams that would do, like, the first half and then sit them, but now because of health concerns and injury concerns, they're getting a drive, 2 drives, a quarter, and then sitting. So I understand that point, but it's not, like, to the effect where they're, like I said before, they are getting ramped up anymore. They're just essentially kind of running almost like dummy plays to an extent to where
it's like literally it's the equivalent of Thursday practices in high school where you're out there with your jersey and your helmet on doing walkthroughs.
Yeah.
I also always I also think it's kind of insulting to like the guys who are not even going to make the roster. Like,
agreed.
Like if they start one drive, like these guys lose a drive of their career basically. Like I don't know, because most of these guys are not going to make the roster. So
yeah, I agree. So Justin, where do we want to start with our divisions?
Gladly. Let's jump into the dog shit division of the AFC just immediately. Let's go to the South.
Go to the South. Okay.
Yeah, the South, the dog shit division. Apparently, the NFC and the AFC are competing for which division can be the worst South division in football, and by God, are they good.
South taps.
I'm putting just the biggest fucking question mark on this division. I did not go through as deep dive as I did with the NFC to put records and stats or whatever, because this is a clusterfuck to me. I think that the Colts, the Texans, the Titans, and the Jaguars could all finish 500 or sub 500, and one of these teams makes the playoffs. Like, the Colts, quarterback problems out the ass. Don't know how that's going to work out. Jonathan Taylor's going to run himself into the ground. There's basically no targets to throw at, and you have a Tyler Warren. Great, cool, awesome. The Texans, CJ Stroud, we all love you. We just wish you'd remember how to play football. I can't stress it enough. We stressed it from week 6 last year when he got injured and lost his job and all these things. And you got made look like a clown by Davis Mills. Like, Davis Mills came in and did your job better. You came back and, well, you were there. The Titans, I'm excited to see what this young, new Titans team can do. Congratulations on doing the first thing that every team needs to do when they're turning a leaf, rebranding the logo. I do like the vintage brought new edition logo. And Jacksonville, well, I just have no faith in Sunshine to do anything because it's not a contract year. So as far as I'm concerned, like I said, this division sucks. I can see any one of these teams winning the division and it being a tight race the whole way.
That's fair. I defer to that a little bit because I think there is a slight hierarchy in this division. It's not my much, but where I lean is I have Houston winning the division again, and we did say last year between you, Retro, and myself is that Houston has this elite defense. This offense needs to kind of get it together. And then they immediately shipped away Tunsil. And essentially, like, okay, CJ, do your thing. And we saw him get hurt. Davis Mills come in, yada, yada, yada. They still had 12 wins with that offense. So it's just, you need to find a better infrastructure to insulate CJ Stroud.
And they brought in another declining running back.
Agreed. And then CJ, you need to go and target Nico Collins more. That's something that because of the fact that everybody else is dropping like flies, but you're giving more targets to your second and third options. Nico's just running like these routes and not being able to be targeting as much. He's not getting as many covered, like really good coverages. Like I rewatched some Texans games and I'm just like, that's I'm not saying it's a missed throw, an error throw, but just like there's a lot of times.
He's going through the motions.
But even with that offense being as bad as it is, that defense is still, I think, caliber enough defensively to where it's like, yeah, I think clearly I trust them the most just because their defense.
I give credit where credit's due because Tank Dell is a very viable number 2 receiver, but when you have a Nico Collins on the other side of the field, don't you think that both of them can open each other up instead of you just throwing one-dimensional football?
I do, but that's why. I think Tank is just cooked now. They just within the past 3 days, they just traded for Keyshawn Booty.
Yep.
And that's, I think, a very underrated receiver to be able to utilize CJ Stroud's strengths in the slot and like analytics wise, Booty was a really good receiver with Drake May, so hopefully he can help out CJ, but. It's just like, well, I will always say this when I talk about the Texans. I think their front office is awful, and the fact that they're throwing away all this kind of stuff to help CJ maximize his offensive efforts is just like the weirdest thing to me. And it's kind of like, oh yeah, we'll just give you Xavier Hutchinson and call it a fucking day. Like, no, you know what I mean? But after that, I actually have the Titans making the playoffs as a wild card, and you touched it rather briefly because of the coaching hires with Dable and Saleh. It's that I'm not trying to say that they're going to be a 10-win team and they're going to be done. No, like it's going to be baby steps, and I think it's just because of how the division is. I think it's just I'm lower on some of these other teams, but I think the floor for this team, even though they do have young offensive talent, defensively, Saleh, with an injured San Francisco 49ers team, still was able to get them pretty well with the amount of injuries that he had. So I know there was some games here or there where they got torched, but injuries, but they were still a better defense. So I just like the infrastructure there. Cam Ward, I think, is going to have a major progression year. I think he might have this leap. I love Cam, and hopefully that happens again. I just like where they're kind of culture building. And then I have Jacksonville.
If he plays the way he did the last 3 weeks of last season, the entire season this year, there's no reason they can't be a 10-win team.
Sure.
I mean,
sure.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
next I have Jacksonville, and it's like I keep hearing this is that I've never been a Trevor Lawrence guy. I don't think I ever will. But do I think that he had a really good second half of the year last year? I do.
In the contract year.
But sure, but even outside the means, it's like Liam Cohen is a very good offensive mind, but I don't think they have good offensive weapons around him. I think Parker Washington came out of nowhere, which is a good player, but okay, cool. Brian Thomas Jr. fell off a cliff. Their running back room. To be honest with you, I'm sorry, I don't watch Jacksonville games. I don't know how good they are because once ETN left and Tank, Tootin, cool. Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne were, I think, just a better two. So it's just like their offense is going to be good, but I don't know. They have to kind of prove their talent to me. Like I think you can be schemed well, and I talk about this in basketball all the time. It's like you don't need to be the most talented to be overwhelmingly good and hard work, but it's just like talent does need to matter to an extent. And outside of T-Law, I just don't know how I feel about that offense, and then that defense is also wonky as well to me. I'm just lower on them.
It's funny that you say talent needs to be schemed better because there was an article that just came out with Travis Hunter's recovery and his ability that he's doing well and this, that, and the other. Somebody within Jacksonville released that Travis Hunter would be playing more defensive snaps this year than he did last year by a lot. So if you can add his talent, if he can play well, to, like you said, the wonky defense, but they still have probably the best linebacker core in the league. They just don't have a good front four, and their back four isn't great. If Travis can help anchor that a little bit, it can maybe soften some of these woes that we have about their team. But if Travis comes back and, I mean, he went down in like week 6 last year with the tear. And if he comes back and he can be dynamic again, I mean, the kid is good. I don't care how people want to say overrated, all these things. He'll never be a two-way. It doesn't matter. If he can go out and do his job as a receiver 2 or receiver 3 as a sophomore with something to prove after an injury, Travis Hunter could be a difference maker for this Jacksonville team. It all matters, like you said, how he gets schemed when he comes back, how much are they willing to protect him versus overutilize him. So it's like, I hate to bank it on one player, but like when you really have nothing going for you, you need the young spark of a receiver corner. You need Tootin, who's looked good in preseason, to come out and ball out for you. You need these young guys because I'll tell you right now, Jacksonville might be the biggest team in need of a culture change, and they can figure it out fast if they do.
To an extent, sure. Well, speaking of talent, because looking into the Colts specifically, I think they're very underrated in terms of their talent. Not really on the offensive end because they did lose a lot, but I think defensively they are a really good squad. But the reason why I have them last is because of the QB room. Daniel Jones coming back from injury. You have Anthony Richardson and who I forget who they signed.
Don't they still have Ellinger?
Yeah, so I believe so. Yeah. So it's like you could have all the talent at the end of the day, but then you need also a leader. And even though Daniel Jones was in MVP talks last year, it's like majority of the time we were talking about it. Jonathan Taylor was carrying, right? So Jonathan Taylor is now getting up there in age, and he's starting to get some miles on him. And
Yeah.
do I think that it's a recipe for success? I do, but then I could see most of these defenses in this division just be like, yeah, we're going to stack the box and you guys are going to beat us downfield because you can't do it.
Saquon Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. So it's like, I like Indy a lot, but it's literally just QB play. If their QB play is non-existent, they're not going to be able to win games. And I'm sorry about that, Colts fans. And sorry about that, Adam, if you are watching. But Indy's a good defensive squad, and they're super underrated. But it's just, you guys don't have a QB. You guys can't. You guys don't have a floor general.
This might be kind of a reach because like I do think the Colts are better than this team. The Colts remind me a lot about like the Falcons. I think the Falcons have like a lot of like talented players on their team,
agree.
but their quarterback play is just not consistent enough for them to actually be a good football team. Because whether you like it or not, like you can have good talent on your team, and your team can still be ass because your quarterback play is that bad. And if the Colts don't get consistent quarterback play at all this year, they can be like I don't want to count out Shane Steichen because I do think he's a good coach, and like if he does get fired, someone's gonna hire him immediately.
I'm gonna agree to you a full extent. I'm not even gonna say it's rage bait. I'm gonna say that's a great comparison for the simple fact that you're juggling between Daniel Jones and fucking Anthony Richardson versus a Tua and a Michael Penix. You're literally putting two names in a hat and drawing one out and praying one doesn't die on the field. You're wasting a top 5 running back both ways.
First ballot Hall of Fame guard.
Yeah. Like they have, but that's the thing. That's what we're talking about is they have offensive weapons. Their defense is kind of meh, but still does the job. They just don't have a quarterback. Both of these teams could win their divisions outright if they had quarterback play.
I think the Colts defense is like actually pretty good. Besides their linebackers, I think their linebackers suck.
And that's what I'm saying is that I don't mean to cut you off, Karen, but like I think this defense. I'm not trying to compare it to Houston. It's completely different levels, but that defense could win them some games. Like they could get them in advantageous situations.
I think if Sauce is like close to what he was with the Jets, I think like this defense could be like their secondary could be good because I like Ward a lot too.
Yeah, me too. It's just
I like Quiddy Pay. DeForest Buckner's still one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. I guess I can just like jump into my prediction. I have the Colts last simply due to the fact I don't know how Daniel Jones is going to be after the Achilles injury. What also really worried me about this team is that once Daniel Jones got like injured, they just stacked the box against Jonathan Taylor, and he wasn't as effective as he was in like the first 8 weeks of the season. If Daniel Jones is like not even like 80% of what he was before the injury, we might get worse than Giants Daniel Jones, which is not good. It's really not good. And yeah, that's my opinion on the Colts. I have them last. Now third, I have the Titans. I think they're gonna be like I personally have them at 7 wins. I can see them getting 9 or 10. I personally like this team. I said before, like good coaching comes a long way. And the last time Brian Dable had a quote unquote project quarterback that had crazy athleticism, it was Josh Allen, who was an MVP 2 years ago and is one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. Ward is still very raw, but the talent's undeniable. He does have to work on the accuracy. Like the accuracy is like hit or miss.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like some of the talents on this team. Like Wando Robinson, I think is a really good slot for Cam Ward. It can help with this like quick game. I like Carnell Tate. A lot of people are slandering him right now. I don't understand why. It's like Jamar Chase had a shit rookie or preseason, so I'm not saying Carnell Tate is Jamar Chase, but I'm just saying like I said this before. The one thing that like moves me about this team because I think Saleh was like the scapegoat for the Jets. Saleh wasn't calling like plays for the Jets at all, and now he's going to be taking the full control of defense. And I think like a defensive mind like Robert Saleh to a young, inexperienced defense can help them out a lot. I don't think they're going to be like. I don't think they're going to be good like day one. That's not what I'm saying. I think it'll be below average to like slightly average, and I think Tennessee will take that because I do think they have like a lot of guys on this team that has potential. Like I really do. So yeah, I have the Titans third. I really wanted to move them up, but I couldn't.
That's fair.
Second, I have the Texans. I have them barely missing the playoffs, and it basically goes down to this, right? I do like they're trying to put more offensive pieces around CJ Stroud. However, this offensive line is still shit. Like, it is still bad.
Yeah.
And I understand that the Texans have one of the best defenses I probably have seen on paper in a very long time. It does not matter. If your offense is going 3-and-out, 3-and-out, 3-and-out multiple times, it's so much pressure on the defense, and it's not going to be consistent on year-to-year basis.
Sure.
Like you could have a top 5 defense in the NFL and still miss the playoffs. It happens all the time.
Sure.
And I just think if CJ Stroud, I'm not saying he's going to be as bad. Like, I'm not going to say he's going to be like a bottom 5 quarterback. But by the way, that's crazy. I don't think CJ Stroud's a bottom 5 quarterback. A lot of people think that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just like, at this point, I just don't think the Texans have done enough to put CJ Stroud what he was supposed to do when he came out of Ohio State. They think he's an out of structure quarterback that can be a playmaker. That's never been CJ Stroud in his life. He's more of a pocket passing quarterback that relies on play action and shotgun. And I just think some of the tendency that he's developed over the years is going to carry on. And it's really unfortunate for like a quarterback like CJ Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the Jags, I'm not like high on either. Like, I have them winning the division, but like I have them 4th in the AFC. I think Liam Cohen's a great coach. I like Parker Washington personally. I think Myers played really good at the end of the year. Jacoby Myers. My biggest worry about this team is Devin Lloyd, being gone. Devin Lloyd, to me, top 3 linebacker. He's one of the best coverage linebackers in the league. Really good run defender. I don't know who's going to fill that gap, because I think Devin Lloyd covered a lot of the holes that Jacksonville had in the playoff round against Josh Allen. And they got completely torched that game by Josh Allen, and now he's not there. I don't know. Like, I have Jacksonville first, but I'm not confident about it. And the other thing I'm not confident about is Trevor Lawrence, because this happens with Trevor Lawrence all the time. Trevor Lawrence farms bad teams in the second half of the year once again. In 2022, happened the same time.
Yeah.
And I just don't think Trevor Lawrence at this point is a consistent quarterback to make this team have 11, 12, or 13 wins again. I just don't.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why, to kind of combat this point with the defense thing, I do agree that with Houston, you don't, there's a whole bunch of top 5 defenses that don't make the playoffs because their offenses are so putrid. But I think what's unique about this defense is that they're able to create turnovers at an obscene rate. And I know that's the biggest red flag for a team to regress. For this team, I don't know that if it is, because it's the obscene talent and the fact that they are able to consistently put these guys not only in larger situations where they have to go, second 15, extended drives and just longer. I think that the Texans can just take advantage of shorter gains to the end zone. Just the average margin of them having to move the football is less. And if you're asking for less for CJ Stroud, I think for any QB, it's better. But specifically for him with so much limited offense, I think that would be beneficial to his case. Now, in a playoff setting, completely different ball game, because that's something that you would not be able to rely on. But I'm just strictly regular season stuff. I would say I think that infrastructure there would, and how they're being able to play that defense, I think it's just a little bit more dependable, because I think T-Law is a better QB. I do than CJ Stroud, but I think it's just a little bit better situation defensively where CJ doesn't need to push himself that much.
He just need to play it well enough for this team. I get it. Yeah, that's another thing. Even if the Texans don't get turnovers, they have other areas that where they're elite on defense. They're elite against the pass. They're pretty good against the run. So even if they regress in turnovers, they'll still be one of the best defense in the league. But I feel last year that defense, that was a missed opportunity, because I think that was going to be the peak of their defense. like, yeah, they'll probably still be top 5, but like the 2025 Houston Texans defense is probably one of the most talented and like most well coached defenses I've seen. And yeah, like some defenses have the same personnel and some slightly like dip. It happens all the time. So, yeah, like I have them like 8-9, 9-8. I see their ceiling at like 11 wins. I could see it happening. I don't know. It's also like the AFC is just getting tougher too. Like
Sure.
in general, in my opinion, at least.
Sure.
But
Sure.
yeah, man.
Before we jump, I just want to ask this question. So odds are, if the Colts can't come to a decision on a quarterback, if Daniel Jones isn't healthy and they don't want to put AR5, odds are they're going to try and trade for a quarterback that's a second or third string veteran in the league. But before we get to that, I just want to name you the 4 quarterbacks that are free agents still, that are the only technical free agent options. I would like to read these. These are kind of funny. The first one, Russell Wilson, previous AV of $10.5 million.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo, previous AV of $3 million.
That screams Colts.
Rise.
John Wolford, previous AV of $1.17 million. And Jeff Driscoll, who hasn't had a previous AV in the last 3 years.
Wait, who?
Jeff Driscoll.
That guy sucks.
Those are the 4 available free agent quarterbacks.
Yeah, if I'm the Colts, I'm signing Jimmy G. That's the literal most Colts thing ever. White QB with good looking face. You know, no homo.
The thing is, like, I don't even think Jimmy G with that. Well, like Jimmy G does suck, but like, at least Jimmy G can like.
But
he sucks, but he'll give his receiver the ball like on screens, and I guess that'll help him out.
His decision making terrible. His arm talent there.
Yeah, kind of. He could just give the ball to Jonathan Taylor like 800 times.
He can hand it off.
Yeah.
He can be JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, and then he'll give screens to Alex Pierce so he can like get 80 yards after the catch.
Literally.
All right.
Yeah, those are awful. Sorry, Colts fan.
I would trade for Andy Dalton. Like I know that's like a troll, but like it's really not.
Not bad.
Like
it's not bad.
Like I'm not saying like Andy Dalton's.
No, I don't. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
It's a weird way to say. That's a weird way to say Cooper Rush, but I understand.
I mean, Dalton at this point like doesn't really need to do much. And like I saw him have solid games in Carolina. It's not like
that's what I was gonna say. Like he had solid games in Carolina, and that might help Carolina's situation because now you kind of don't have the tricycle set with Bryce Young anymore, right? Because of the past 2 years, Andy Dalton has come in and kind of done some games while he got sat.
Well, Andy Dalton's in Philly right now, but I mean, yeah.
Okay. Wait, he's in Philly? I did not know that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know about y'all.
He's the backup?
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but
disgusting.
This team just screams Gardner Minshew to me, but...
Does Gardner Minshew even have knees left?
Does he even have knees? What the fuck?
I was going to say, it's either Gardner Minshew or Joe Flacco.
Oh.
Dude, I want to see Joe Flacco play again. Like, I don't care.
Anyway, moving on from the bullshit. So what I have is probably the most top-heavy division in the AFC. Moving into the AFC East. You got 2 powerhouse teams that are going to fist fuck and fight over the top of the division. And then the Dolphins in limbo and the Jets with like 3 wins. Like, I'm sorry, Jets fans. I appreciate you guys. You probably are the most loyal people in the entire world. You know, this has to just be like a cult following thing at this point. Like, you're just accepting mediocrity and like all these things. Like, good for you, I guess.
I don't even think mediocre is like the right word.
Well, that's the thing is because you'll say that to them. It's like your franchise is mediocre. Then they're like, "Yeah, dude, but like we haven't had a quarterback and we're injury plagued." And shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's illegal for the Jets to have good quarterback play.
It's illegal for the Jets to have good quarterback play. They thought Breece Hall was the answer, but even when he's healthy, he's not good. Like, anybody that plays the Jets, them by a million. Anyway, moving on. The Dolphins, God, I would love for you guys to compete. I want Malik Willis to have a generational season and then flip the bird to the Green Bay fans just completely. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. I want Malik Willis to have a Hall of Fame level season, and it's not close. As far as these top two teams, until Josh Allen realizes he's a quarterback, the Bills will probably be in perennial hell in second place behind the Patriots again. Drake May's not going to have an MVP caliber season again by any means. But my God, did they give him more weapons and more weapons and more weapons and more weapons. So good luck, AFC East.
Yeah, I mean, I said this before. I think the Dolphins are arguably the worst team in football. And I understand.
And it's really close between them and the Jets. It just happens that they be in the same division.
Well, no, I'm actually higher on the Jets than most people, but
Knew it. I said this to Kieran yesterday. You're a year too late, my friend, because who did I say who was God last year?
Yeah, Kieran, can you say it one more time, what you said before the podcast? The past, future answer to our prayers?
Oh, no. God. Yeah, but yeah, I think the Dolphins, like, we know what they want to do. They want to, like, tank. They most likely will.
How many games do they want to fucking tank? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they had Marino for 17 years and only got to one Super Bowl. So, yeah, the Dolphins to me, like, dude, there's just nothing good on this team. Like, besides like the intriguing of Devon Achane going for like 3,000 total scrimmage yards, but no, I'll say this: the read option between Achane and Malik will be insane. I'll give him that.
It'll be so good.
Yeah, that'll be great.
And Malik Willis knows how to get down before he dies.
But like, dude, they got rid of all like their defensive like old veterans for a reason, like Chubb, Minka, like everybody. Dude, this wide receiver core is fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Tutu Atwell, Malik Washington. Like, dude, Malik Washington's projected to be the number one receiver. Like,
Tutu Atwell was the fourth best receiver on the Rams.
This might be the worst talented wide receiving core I've ever seen in my life. Like,
it is
ever.
that bad.
It's
like
horrid.
It is terrible.
It's so bad. And then I agree.
As for the Jets, like, personally for me, this is like a shot in the dark, but like I do like what they're doing on the offensive line. I think their tackles have a lot of like promise. Our men, like, I forget his last name, but like he showed a lot of promise in pass protection. Aluf Fashanu, I think he can take another leap, like possibly possibly top 10 tackle by the end of the season. And then their defense is not going to be good, and I acknowledge that, but like I feel like getting a presence like DeMario Davis, who's still one of the best linebackers in the league, is going to help like the young players on this team. Joseph Asai had a career year last year. He's going to be a good rotational piece for them. He can help them with like a lot of stunts and shit. I think the most underrated player on this defense is T'Vondre Sweat. He is a massive human being. He is over 340 pounds. He's one of the best nose tackles in the league. It's going to help them with their setting up blocks for his edge rushers to pressure the quarterback. Really what it comes down to, if like I think the Jets are going to be like a 7 or 8 win team, is Geno Smith. I don't think Geno Smith is as bad as what he was with the Raiders. I think it's going to be more in between what he was with the Raiders and Seattle Seahawks his last year, which is like mid or below average. And yeah, I mean, I like David Bailey too. Even though I do think it was a reach, I do think he's still a really good player. Yeah, man, like my biggest issue is that Aaron Glenn I just don't think is good, and like this can like backfire. They could be like a 3-1 team, but I don't know. I like this team. And then for 1 and 2, I got the Patriots at 2. I think they're gonna be a playoff team. I think like I think they overachieved last year. Obviously, I don't think they were a 14-win team. They felt more of like an 11 or 10-win team to me. But they got AJ Brown, Romeo Dobbs. They signed Kevin Byard from the offseason. He's still one of the best ball hawks safeties in the league. And yeah, I expect Travion and Ramondre to get more involved with the run game even more, especially Travion, because they didn't start using him until like the Tampa game last year.
Until they realized Ramondre couldn't hold on to a football.
And yeah, I just think with like the harder schedule, like they'll be like I think they're I think they can reach like 13 wins, but I'm just gonna say 11 just. And then, I mean, the Bills since 2020 have had a top 3 scoring offense with Josh Allen every year, and I don't expect that to like regress at all.
Now let me ask you this, because the NFL is definitely a what have you done for me recently. Who was the best player on their offense last year?
I mean, who
carried the Winter Soldier all year last year? I'll wait. I can wait.
Define carry.
I put this strap on. I'll get you to the end zone because you can't do it anymore.
I mean, like, are you suggesting that like Josh Allen wasn't good last year?
I'm suggesting that James Cook was head and shoulders the better player on that offense, and nobody talked about it because Josh Allen is their quarterback.
I mean that happens with like a lot of players. Like Derrick Henry was better than Lamar last year. Like when
did Lamar play football last year?
I mean, he played like 12 games, so it's like more than half a year.
He played maybe a combined 12 games.
I mean, like, yeah, like James Cook was the best performing Bill, but like I still think Josh Allen's still the best player on that team. So
drunk.
I mean, James Cook is amazing. I love James Cook. So, but yeah, like,
no questions.
No, I think Dalvin was better.
No question.
I disagree with that. First, fine, but move on.
I would take Dalvin. Okay. Dalvin's underrated. So, Jules, if you want to go,
Yeah. Miami's a dumpster fire. Blow it up to smithereens or relegate them to fucking EuroLeague. I don't know.
Bro, I'm sorry, but like retro takes Miami Dolphins. Who are you taking?
It's literally the same.
Do I have a coin?
Flip a coin. Awesome.
I'm sorry, Miami fans. I know, it is what it is. Tank for Manning when you just tanked for Quinn Ewers. So, which Texas QB is better? We'll see. It is what it is. The Jets, I'm a little bit lower on the Justin Kieran is. After the fact, I feel like I was the reason the Jets were bad last year, and I'm sorry for that, Jets fans. I apologize after, what was it, week 3, Justin, that I had to say I apologize. Yeah, that was awful. Yeah, I'm not a Geno guy. I like Breece Hall. I like, he's inconsistent, but I think he gets utilized in a bad way. He's not optimized, and he just gets hurt. Then Garrett Wilson is like there with no one else.
Is being wasted. Yep.
That defense can be underrated, but it's an Aaron Glenn defense, so it's fries. This is where I'll disagree. I have Buffalo at 2, and it's because of the even though they have been one of the better scoring offenses in the league for a while now, it's at the same time, it's like we kind of just talked about it. I was on this, like, I do think that James Cook was the best player on that Buffalo Bills team last year. But then on the opposite, who did they add on their defense? Was there any? Bradley Chubb. Like, so I don't think they were able to collectively kind of put bandages on stuff that they really needed to do. Who I have winning the division, I think the Patriots did a tremendous job on both ends to be able to get stronger and give really good infrastructure from Drake May. Like Josh Allen is the better QB. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like, oh, the reason why is because Drake May's better. Like, no. But in terms of team construction, I see them having a better outlook because I have kind of grown to hate the allegations. Well, no, not the Bills. No, Josh Allen's cool.
Okay.
It's more the allegations for like, oh, the Pats were a strength of schedule merchant and like they had a weak
I
schedule.
hate that too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I think they like because we've talked about it. That shit gets thrown out the window after the first snap. Like it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, like,
and I think the Pats.
Like, yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like I don't understand this either. Mike Vrabel's like a culture guy, and like he like with the floor of Mike Vrabel, he's one of the best floor raising head coaches in the NFL. What were the Titans before Mike Vrabel? Nothing.
Dog piss.
And they went to the AFC Championship game, and Ryan Tannehill had the best year of his career. Like
literally.
Like, and like, dude, you add more pieces, you get rid of the guys.
We will not slander Marcus Mariota. Thank you.
Wait, what?
Fuck Marcus Mariota.
We will not slander Marcus Mariota. Thank you.
Buns.
Fries. Anyway,
yeah.
No, but
we should have a like to make.
The one thing that worries me about the Patriots is the consistent protection for Drake May. Because Drake May, even though he was great, he's the most accurate quarterback in the league last year.
Mm-hmm.
O-line,
are you going to pull the Will Campbell card? Please don't pull that.
No,
please.
It's not just Will Campbell. I think the interior like needs some work too.
Okay. They drafted what's homeboy's name? Fatu, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the big reasons why I had them because I disagree with that. I think they addressed that firmly, and now they have lineup flexibility with that O-line to kind of help stabilize Drake May and kind of let him be a pocket passer. And if he needs to be out of structure and become a playmaker, I think they're willing enough to be able to put the packages and the sets around him. Again, Trayvon Henderson, they have AJ Brown, they have the athleticism now around Drake May to where with Buffalo, I don't think there's the same level of athletes as the Pats have.
I said this before, and people can flame me, like whatever. There's a real possibility that the Buffalo Bills this year could be the Ravens of last year. There's a real 100%.
I love that
because if you look at the Bills' schedule for the first 8 weeks of the season, it is a literal bloodbath. They got the Lions, they got the Chargers, they got the Rams, they got the Ravens, they got the Texans, which Josh Allen is dog shit against the Texans. He always plays bad against the Texans. So like, if they don't go 3-3, if they like start 2-4 or like 1-5, like shit, a lot of things are gonna have to change. Joe Brady might be out of the job because he's been there for like 2 years.
Yeah,
already.
And I guess that's another reason why I have them number 2 is because like I know I just talked about strength of schedule for like the Pats and like I just think that exact reason for the Bills is that what if they trip over their laces like off rip? It's like I don't know if they're going to be able to come back from that if the Pats get like to a 4-game lead. Like I don't see the Bills being able to have the capabilities to go and beat that, even if the Pats do skid in the second half of the year when they get tougher in their schedule. I just don't. I physically don't.
Also, they still like you know I was crapping on Kansas City in my video. Like they'll be competitive. Like Kansas City will be a tough opponent. They always have been when they play the Bills, and then they have to play Denver too. Like
literally,
it's not like it's like, dude. I just see. Like, dude, I'm putting my faith, like, I'm really putting my faith into Josh Allen and James Cook. That's, like, really it. Like,
sure. Just don't be disappointed, because we were all disappointed last year. All 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Steinfeld really let us down last year.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. No, we were all on his ass last year. It's just like, we're not feeling the same thing. I still think he's a good QB. Like, Justin, I'm still... Yeah.
Me too.
But it was just like, Time to face like
I would also be mad if Michael B. Jordan was talking to my woman. It's okay, I understand, but like you can't let that translate to the football field, and you know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we had that kumbaya kind of like, kind of face your fears kind of shit with Josh Allen last year, and it's kind of like you got to kind of earn it if you have a tough
we have that
schedule.
with last year as a quarterback. I'm sorry, like who didn't we?
There was
We
a
had a
lot.
whole
There
week
was a
dedicated
lot.
to C.J. Stroud. We had a whole week dedicated to Justin Herbert. We had a whole week dedicated to Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. We shit on for 3 weeks. Like
Deserved.
we collectively came at quarterbacks the way I come at kickers every week.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll be an interesting year. I think the quarterback play last year was definitely like a dip. Like really, Drake
I
and
agree.
Stafford were the most consistent all year. So
Yeah, I agree.
I like personally to me, I expect like the quarterback play to take a jump back. You know, like I expect Lamar, Allen, and Burrow to be elite again. So
Fair.
because it's not
Speaking of,
like they're 50 years old. They're like
Yeah.
still in their prime. So
yeah. Well,
Speaking of.
speaking of, let's move on to the Ravens and friends. Yeah,
Ravens are
Browns.
friends.
Browns last. Move on.
Yeah. Browns two wins maybe. You're good down there.
Too high.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Wait,
it
No,
might.
listen, bro.
They might go back to
the
0-17 days. They might.
you said the Browns at 4, right?
Yeah. 2 wins.
Yeah, that's too.
I give
Yeah,
them
that's too
one.
high.
I
Yeah,
said
that's
2
too
I
wins.
give
high.
them.
Yeah, it's
That's
too
too
high.
low.
I think if Deshaun Watson continues to keep playing, they're going to lose every game because he is so fucking ass. It is unbearable. He is
If there's a
ever
massage
since
parlor within 10 minutes of the stadium, they'll be golden.
the only the only quarterback that has been less accurate than Anthony Richardson is Deshaun Watson. Like it's crazy. Like
It's
Deshaun
bad.
Watson, accuracy awful, pocket presence dog shit. Can't move outside of the pocket anymore. Like he has no redeeming qualities at this point.
The Browns
Like
haven't been good since Baker was there.
yeah, and I said this before. Like I posted on Instagram. Like that Baker injury screwed them because Baker played injured. He played awful, and then they didn't trust him as the guy for the future. And they're like, "Hey, we have this superstar quarterback that has a bunch of allegations, but we'll sign him anyway." And ever since then, the most games he's ever played was 7, and he hasn't had a good game since 2023.
We're the
So
Cleveland Browns.
yeah, and I do like some of these defensive players. Like I think Jared Verse is really underrated, but Mason Graham's really good. Schwetzinger is good.
Schwarzenegger's great.
Denzel Ward still one of the best corners in the league. But dude, this offense is so fucking
this
bad.
is to me. This is like Walmart. Indianapolis Colts. I have the same kind of feelings with the Browns as I do with the Colts. It's like I actually like their offense a lot. I love Fannin. I love Quinshawn. I love all the receivers that. Yeah, I love all the receivers that they got. That they drafted Concepcion in Boston. They still have Jerry Jeudy. And this is a talented offensive room. You have 3 of the biggest fucking idiots in the the same QB room. I'm sorry, like Watson, Gabriel, and Shador aren't going to do anything. And the Shador fans, no, don't do that. We saw him in the preseason. He is ass. He is ass. And I don't want to hear any Ryan Clark shit. Like, no, he's awful.
They're like, here's the thing. They had to start Deshaun because of the
Clark and I
contract.
are in the same spot as analysts right now. I just want that to be clear.
No, like I said this before, like Shador is like not good. So like even if he showed like if he was average last year, he might actually had a shot to start. But he was so ass that he had no shot to like begin with. This was never a quarterback battle. We all knew that Watson was going to be the starter.
Yeah.
And then there's Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, he's
there.
Tua's cousin. So
he's there.
Literally.
All right.
As
far as third place goes, I will be putting the if label on third place because if Joe Burrow can stay healthy, they will stay out of third place. And
that is true.
The reincarnation of the 2010 Packers offense will fucking take third. Oh God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I just want Drew Aller to play. I don't care
I
if he's
just
terrible.
want them to fist fight on the field. I want McCarthy and Rodgers to just absolutely throw bombs and both get suspended indefinitely on the sidelines.
Dude, dude, what is it like, dude? Michael Pittman and DK Metcalf.
I'm moved. I'm so moved.
I like Jalen Warren, Rico Dowell. I don't know. He started off really hot.
Again, so moved by our offense, but if our quarterback could stay off ashwagandha for 6 seconds, we'd be great.
Dude, Aaron, have you seen training camp? He's getting worse.
He's been getting worse.
No, it's no. He legit. He's
in his prime, Justin Fields.
Dude, the Steelers.
Cool, say the words.
No.
Anyway,
say the words.
No.
No,
Justin
Steelers,
Fields is
God.
I can't. Our team, Kieran. I don't even want to talk. Our team blows. Our coach sucks. Our quarterback sucks. Our running backs have the talent to do stuff, but our line sucks. Our number one receiver is more concerned with punching out fans than playing football. Our second receiver just came from a shittier situation and somehow landed in a shittier situation. Our tight end is overrated as sin, but was good for all of 6 games.
He's so overrated.
I can't. Cool, our defense finds a way to be the steel curtain, but at this point, we look like Swiss fucking cheese. We look like a chainmail fence. We suck. We are terrible. If we win 6 games, I will be happy. Because guess what? We talked about it. The last time we had a top 10 pick, we wasted that pick on somebody else. The last time we had a top 5 pick was 50 fucking years ago, and we drafted a Hall of Famer. So, if we could just somehow land in a good spot to get a decent draft pick to maybe gamble a little bit, I'd be great. If you fuckers find a way to go 500 or better again, I'm changing teams. I can't do it anymore. I'll stop watching football. You guys pissed me off so fucking much. I can't.
I generally have never seen a team that is just committed to being mid.
Committed.
Dude, I don't understand why people think there's some people that think the Steelers actually have a chance to be in contention with the Bengals and Ravens if the Bengals are healthy. No. Respectively, no. We are done. Aaron Rodgers sucks. Our O-line, even though it's talented, I like some of the players like Zach Frazier.
It's still worse than the Bengals O-line.
It's somehow still worse than the fucking Bengals. Our run game is mid as shit because Arthur Smith, that's the only thing he's good at.
Yep.
I'll give him credit for that. He's literally just worse Greg Roman. Dude,
you tell me one position on offense that we're better than the Bengals, and I tell you you're lying. That's just basically what it is.
I guess tight end, but moved as mid.
You're lying.
Anyway,
moving into the Browns. If Joe Shiesty can stay healthy, if that turf toe is not a bother, and he can play in normal cleats, he'll be fine. I'm looking to see a big emergence out of Chase Brown to be able to actually work, even though that line blows. They still have Jamar and T. Higgins. They'll be fine. Again, the questions with Cincinnati will always be, is that defense good enough to hang around for 4 quarters, and can their offensive line not get Joe killed? It's the same questions we've been asking for 4 years now. So Cincinnati, maybe let's address these problems and get better and do the things we need to, because if the Texans are going to go and throw their team away to give C.J. Stroud more ability to do things, why the fuck can't you do things when you have weapons to trade? You could have traded T. Higgins a long time ago for some actual assets to help your team. No, instead you decided to sign him to a multi-year extension to make him a high-paid receiver. What are we doing? I don't understand. You guys can actually compete at the top of the division because, contrary to popular belief, you have a more skilled, more talented quarterback that is a pocket presence over the Baltimore quarterback. The only difference is that guy can scramble. I don't understand it. Baltimore brings in all these fucking all-pro players to help out Lamar Jackson to make his job easier. Cincinnati, you don't do dick to help Joe Burrow, and he's 10 times the talent Lamar is. And then you have, I said, just basically described Baltimore. It's fucking 13 all-pro players. They get all their injured players back from last year. They added I don't get it. I don't get it. If Baltimore doesn't run away with this division and win 14 to 15 games, I'll be shocked. Shocked.
Yeah, that's why Baltimore's 2 and Cincy's 1.
I have Baltimore
Listen, I want to believe that in the whole hardest. I do. I want Joe Burrow to actually get back there.
So, I had the Bengals at 1, and this is assuming Joe Burrow's not injured. By the way, like,
Yeah.
I'm not taking injury into account, even though like it does matter. I understand that. I just looked at this. Like, the Bengals' schedule is a fucking joke. They like literally play like
They
three of
have
the
the New
bottom
England schedule from last year.
Yeah, it is that bad. And like I think like even though their defense is still not very good, I expect it to be better because they added Dexter Lawrence. They added who's that guy?
Yes,
They
congratulations, Kieran.
Boy Mafe.
They'll move
Boy
from
Mafe, right?
28th to 26th.
Okay. I don't think it'll be that bad. No, but like I said this, if they're I expect this to be a top 3 passing attack. If they basically win all the games that I believe they will, like I think I have them as the 1 seed in the AFC. So
I'm
I
gonna
have
go
that
do that real
much
quick.
faith because their schedule is literally chop cheese. So
The Aki way?
and yeah, and then I have the Ravens at 2. I new head coach. Don't really know what to expect yet. What worries me about this team is that if Matabike is not what he was in 2023, because I think their run defense is going to be chop cheese because they have Trey Hendrickson as a run defender. And Roquan Smith is regressing and getting older. Linderbaum leaving is a big loss. Arguably the best center in the game, and
Holy fuck.
their O-line will
Those
be
really
fine.
could go 14-3. Holy shit.
Dude, I'm saying, it is that easy. Like, it is ridiculous.
If they're not undefeated going into the bye week, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. I have the Ravens at like 11 wins. I can't like obviously I can see them as 1 too. Because when Lamar's on the field, they win a bunch of regular season games. It happens every year. All the healthy seasons that Lamar's had, he's had at least 12 games. That was 1. So I just have to expect what to see from Jesse Minter. And then for the Steelers and Browns, fries. So
Well, Jules and I talked about this when the Jesse Minter signing happened, and everybody knows at this point Jules fucking hates Harbaugh's. It's just not a secret anymore. Can't stand him. I looked at Jules, and I think Jules and I, in the same breath, looked at each other in a live and went, "The Ravens are going to win the fucking Super Bowl." Like, we literally looked at each other. We're like, "Holy fuck!" This all-pro team and competent coaching, and we're like, "Holy fuck!" The Ravens might actually do it.
yeah, like I said, listen, I said this before. Like, I'm not that high on Cincinnati. It's just that like their schedule is so dog shit that I think they can win a shit ton of games. Like, I still think Baltimore is arguably the better team.
I literally think their floor should be 12 wins. Like, that's
yeah, like that's
insane.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, like to me, I have this is where again I defer. I have Cincy at 2 and Baltimore as 1 because I know, no offense, I already know Joe Burrow is going to get hurt, and no offense, Jamar Chase just had the ankle injury, so it's already started, guys. It's already started. So I like Cincy. I've been on note for being a huge Joe Burrow guy. That offense is very talented. Cool, you got Dexter Lawrence to step in the right direction. We don't know what Shamar Stewart's going to be, but essentially, like, you lost Trey to a division rival who's now getting a head coach who is going to specifically beef up their run game. And Kieran and I were talking about it, even though Trey Henderson is literally might be the worst like run defending like D end in the NFL, or like one of, or just not great at it.
We're superstar at the end. I'll say that. Like,
if they would have got
that's fair,
we wouldn't be having this conversation
for sure. It's just more of the fact that you're not necessarily losing anything on the offense. It's just like as well as health. Like, again, like I think the biggest question mark to me personally is Derrick Henry and how he looked from last year going into this year, because Father Time is slowly but surely
32.
like, yeah, like, even though he had a tremendous year, he's fumbling the ball all the time now. So we don't know how that's gonna look.
That's also like that's also like another thing. Like, I'm very worried for like a north-south runner like Henry when your interior O-line is clearly worse than last year. And I just think like I'm not gonna like I don't expect Henry to like completely fall off. But, like, I just think the loss of Linderbaum is a huge loss. So
Very much
Yeah,
so.
and you lost Isaiah Likely too, which is like not the biggest thing in the world, but like you still have Mark
and
Andrews and you're trying to
potentially
Still have
supplement.
Rashad Bateman,
Butterfingers
but
at tight end. They're good.
and Rashad Bateman is fries. But
Yeah, so it's like I know offensively speaking, Cincinnati is just better, but again, fuck John Harbaugh. Jesse Minter is going to be something that I think he's going to work with that defense, and I'm not
yeah,
saying that Ravens defense is going to be like 2023 Baltimore, but I
that's
think
a
it's
high
going to
bar.
be it's an extreme high bar, but essentially I think it's good enough to where uh Lamar, I'm not going to say he's coasting, but he can have like a
Posted.
75% year and they still win a
Yeah.
massive amount of games. Like,
Oh
that's
yeah.
just
Oh
I
me.
yeah. Because
cannot wait.
like.
I cannot wait to see Jesse Minter get the most out of Kyle Hamilton.
Oh yeah. Because
It's
like this
gonna
is
be disgusting.
another thing, bro. Like, dude, if like Lamar is 2024 Lamar, bro, like that goes to a thing. Like, if Lamar is 2024 Lamar, this team can go like 15-2. But like,
Right.
I expect like 75% of 2024 Lamar's, which is still really fucking good because that's one of the best seasons ever. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, 11 wins. I think their ceiling is 14. So
Fair.
really, just all
Fair.
how it plays out.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I think the Ravens are arguably a better team than the Bengals. It's just like, dude, the fucking schedule is a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke, and that's fair game. I'm not even mad at that. Again, huge Joe Burrow guy. Justin's a Joe Burrow guy. Retro's a Joe Burrow guy. We all love Joe Burrow. It's just the health, and
I mean,
at this point I can't rely on that.
I like Burrow too. He's just like if he did. I will say this: if he's not healthy this year, like we have to have like combos. Like I just think at this point we can't rank him if he's injured again. So
Literally, I'm with that. Unfortunately,
You guys want to move on? You guys want to move on to the if division of football?
the Justin.
And no, because here's the thing: he might be if man, but this might have just after last year. This might be the if division because I
Mhm.
can give you the ifs right now. I'll go down the list. If the Chargers tackles never got hurt, we made the playoffs and win. Fuck you, your quarterback can't perform in the playoffs. He's a regular season merchant. If Patrick Mahomes comes back and does Patrick Mahomes things, the Chiefs are going to be good. If Bo Nix can continue to kind of Bo Nix it with that Denver defense, they'll be good. And if a meteor hits all three of these teams' stadiums while they're playing a game against a non-divisional opponent, the Raiders can be good. So it's the if division. It's completely if. Raiders bottom feeders, not even close. I'm sorry, don't believe in Kirk Cousins to lead Mendoza because he'll be playing by week 5 because Kirk sucks. Ashton Jinty's not good. I'm going to stand on that for the rest of my entire existence.
He also just got injured.
Even better because he shouldn't be playing. He's terrible. Anyway, not kidding. I don't want anyone to be injured. I just don't want overrated players to have their clout. Third place, I'm going to say it's the Chiefs. This team has just been declining. Mahomes can come back, but again, he's throwing to Retro, Kieran, Jules, and myself as receivers, and the only difference between us four being his receivers and his actual receivers is we don't have any trouble with the law. Moving into second place. Second place is where I'll put If Man, just because if Man knew how to play quarterback at any point in the season, God, he's a regular season merchant. His tackles are kind of healthy, not really. His line is not healthy, not really. I hate this team. I don't care. I hate the Chargers, and I'm supposed to support.
They're really boring.
They're boring. Yeah, boring is a good word for this team. Boring.
Jim Harbaugh.
Bro, like,
thank
no,
you.
like that, dude. Like, respectively to Jim Harbaugh teams, like they haven't been like exciting teams since like Colin Kaepernick.
Harbaugh's don't do exciting things. He won a national championship at Michigan doing boring things with a JJ McCarthy. Anyway, and then into first place. I don't care how bad Bo Nix can fucking play. That defense in Denver is unbelievable.
Yeah.
They might outscore their offense this year, and I'm not joking.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it straight up. So like when I was doing like playoff predictor, like unfortunately Denver was the 3 seed, but I generally think this is the best team in the AFC. Personally, I think they they upgraded their wide receiver room. They brought in Jalen Waddle, who's one of the best deep threats in the NFL.
Upgrade?
What do you mean?
I just don't think Jalen
Cortland
Waddle's in
Sutton.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
No, I'm saying they
upgrade.
upgraded their wide receiver room.
Yeah,
They upgraded. They upgraded the room by bringing. Here we go again. They upgraded the room by bringing in Miami's number one receiver, and he can still be like a third string receiver in this room, which is crazy to me.
No, I think it's valuable. I think that's valuable. Don't be taking offense.
I'm saying
they're good.
No, I'm saying like they're actually like good now. They don't have to rely on Marvin Mims and Cortland Sutton. Like,
yeah, that's what.
And also what they've been missing last year was like playmaking, like deep playability, and Jalen Waddle can provide that. That's here or there. However, the Broncos also, to me, have arguably the best O-line in the league. I think Quinn Myers is great. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. Garrett Bowles is one of the best tackles in the league as well. And their defense is arguably top 3 in the league. And I literally said this, like, Bo Nix is like probably one of the only few quarterbacks can play dog shit and they can still win.
We talk about
their team is that talented.
We talk about generational situations on this podcast a shit ton. Bo Nix cannot fumble right now. This man is in one of the best situations for being a mediocre quarterback that anyone could be handed.
And then I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, I don't really care about these teams because, like, I think the Chargers are like they're good enough to make the playoffs, but we know they're not winning shit. I like Mike McDaniel. I think Herbert's gonna have one of his best productive years since his 2021 year. But like, even then, like they're not better than Denver to me, like at all.
Kieran, can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
If the Chargers make the playoffs, I'm going to keep using the word. If the Chargers can make the playoffs, can Justin Herbert throw his first postseason touchdown pass?
With Mike McDaniel, anything's possible. Mike McDaniel.
I'm flipping that.
Mike McDaniel made Tua look good, so anything's possible.
Very true.
Yeah, but like I said, I do think what people are overlooking about the Chargers, losing Jesse Minter sucked. That's a huge loss. I thought he was one of the best defensive coordinators last year. Still think their defense is going to be good. They still have like a lot of really good players on that defense. The one thing for me, because like this is already starting to happen, because we mentioned it with Burrow and Chase, the offensive line is already started getting hurt for this team. And if this offensive line is like going to be hurt throughout the entire season, it's fucking fries.
2 all-pro tackles, by the way.
The one thing, like, even though Herbert gets a lot of shit for the playoffs, like, you can't deny, like, taking that offensive line that PFF graded 3 of them as bottom 5 in pass block.
28, 29, 28, 30, and 32.
Like, they literally had, like, no, like, pass blocking last year. And, but I have them at, like, 10. Like, I have them as a 7 seed. Like, it's, like, whatever. That can, like, flip. For the Chiefs, like, I think they'll be competitive because they have Mahomes and Reed, but, like, I just don't think it's enough to, like, overcome this situation on offense. I said in my video, like, dude, these wide receivers suck. Like, Xavier Worthy can't beat press man coverage. People thought he was going to be the next Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's a generational talent, so, yeah, he's fucking fries. Tyquan Thornton, he's just fast. That's all he is. He doesn't run any routes. He has no hands. He's fucking
Marquez
terrible.
Valdez-Scantling in the new skin.
Yeah, literally. He's a Marquez Valdez-Scantling variant. That's what he is. And then, like, Rashid Rice is solid when he's on the actual field because we know Rashid Rice is going to do some bullshit by midseason. And then Travis Kelce, I expect him to regress even more. Like, he's 37 years old. Like, dude, there's so much that, like,
Mahomes
like, can do.
Taylor Swift concert, bro. Calm down.
There's so much like Mahomes like can do to like actually uplift this situation. Like it is fucking terrible. And then for the defense, like they have a lot of young players on this. Their pass rush sucks. I like their secondary, but like no, it sucks. Like it's actually
Chris Jones, please retire. Save your legacy, dude.
Like it's Karlaftis is fries. Like I'm sorry. Like
leave George alone.
No, he's like okay, but like if he's your starting edge rusher, like no.
He's no better than Greg Rousseau.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. And Gregory Rousseau actually has an impact. So,
yeah, he does. Literally.
Yeah, but like, dude, wasn't Leo Chanel and Nick Bolton's now your fucking Mike linebacker. Yeah, fries.
Nice.
Yeah, this still out of respect for Mahomes, they'll be 8-9 and 9-8, missing
Can
the
they
playoffs.
trade
Yeah.
Nick Bolton though? Because I actually really do like Nick Bolton. I just don't want him to be stuck in this situation.
Yeah, like, dude, like, people are gonna say Nick Bolton's terrible because he's playing a position that, like, he doesn't excel out. He's more of a Will or Sam.
Yes.
So, and then, I mean, the Raiders, like, I like a lot of their pieces. I like a lot of the pieces on the Raiders. It's just like they're just not ready right now.
Yeah.
That's
The
really
Raiders.
it. They're
Yeah,
in rebuilding mode. If the Raiders go 3-14, that is great for them.
They have one of the most
Yeah.
beautiful stadiums in football. It'd just be cool if they could win in it.
I
love the stadium. It's awesome.
I find this funny that this is the only division that we are all agreeing with. I thought that
Yeah.
I
It's not
was going to
it's
put.
just cookie cutter.
Oakland. I do agree. Like this is going to be like
Oakland?
kind of a guilty. Well, they don't
Oakland.
deserve Vegas. They don't deserve Vegas.
Do the Warriors
No.
still play there too?
Yeah, but they might as well go back to Oakland because Vegas is losing money of them being there. They're talking about the stadium. No, they don't deserve a fucking team. Go back to
Wait till the
Oakland.
baseball field gets built.
Oh, I'm so not moved by that. No one's going to play there. No one's going to be there either. Vegas doesn't care about baseball. Fake.
That's where the Athletics are going.
I know, but name me 5 Vegas baseball fans. Challenge impossible.
Let's see.
Don't say
here.
Bryce Harper because that don't count. He's on the Phillies. That's what I thought. It's just non-existent. So
Yeah.
they deserve Oakland. Even though
Nick Kurtz does not deserve Oakland, watch your mouth.
Chill. The Raiders are like should be everybody in the NFL's like guilty, fun, bad watch, right? They're going to be bad,
Yeah.
but it's going to be a fun team to go and see what Clint Kubiak does. Even if Kirk, like as stiff as he is, sometimes breaking in half, and Fernando comes in and plays some games, they're not going to be winning anything, but it's probably going to be fun. They're going to be running a whole bunch of exotic shit.
Jazz?
It's like to an extent because
It's
again,
similar.
they're just like they have some pieces here or there, but it's just like they don't have the collective talent. It's just not a full roster yet. So I think they're again definitely last place. I'll stick on the Mahomes hate train. I'll double down from what I did last year because I was getting a lot of shit from the Mahomes stuff last year as the predicator of it on this podcast. Mahomes is still. I think Mahomes is good, but like I do understand the opposite end of it to where it's like he can only floor raise so much, and Andy and Spagnuolo need to start drafting actually good players instead of just gimmicky, speed players or being able to fit in your scheme. No, draft a fucking team because all I get to do now is to shit on Mahomes and say that he's ass. I do not care. I don't care. Like if you're so great, routinely QBs get in bad situations and win more than 10 games. They've had worse rosters than this. Manning's had worse rosters. Brady's had worse rosters. Regardless, that's all-time talk. Doesn't matter. Mahomes, get that shit done. Prove me wrong. I'd love to prove you wrong.
And I hate to do this, but Mahomes' career is starting to look a lot like Dan Marino's, and in a sense where Marino's first 5 years were legendary, and then he's just relatively just good for the rest of his career. And like the Dolphins didn't put anything around him, to actually compete for the Super Bowl. The only difference is Mahomes has 3 rings. So
right,
he has.
So
Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry have the same career.
Wow.
All right, chill.
Honestly.
Kira, wait a second.
With the Charger situation, it's funny because again, Jim Harbaugh sucks. I've said this on the podcast before. Jim Harbaugh caps Justin Herbert, but this weird conundrum is that yes, he's capped, but at the same time, you now have Mike McDaniel there. That is literally the paradox of Jim Harbaugh. Mike McDaniel does the exact opposite of. So we might see Justin Herbert of his rookie year. I don't know, but hopefully we do see that because again, I like Herbert. I just don't like Harbaugh, and I don't like his culture there. Hopefully Hampton and that running back room is good. Their wide receiver room to me is underwhelming. I'm not a big lag guy. Johnson, fucking not a fan of his as well. I don't know how that defense is gonna look. Because the DC
Not
that came
great.
in, I always forget his name. He's out of Western Michigan. Western Michigan was sucked in college for you college fans. We all know that. So I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, my thing about Harbaugh is that like, dude, he's acting like Justin Herbert is JJ McCarthy when Justin Herbert actually has a rocket arm. Justin Herbert
Literally.
currently, ever since Harbaugh has been the head coach, Justin Herbert is barely averaging 9 yards per completion, and he's literally just been a checkdown merchant. And
Yeah.
like, I don't dude, this is what I mean. Like, Harbaugh to me, like, hasn't been a great coach since he's returned. He hasn't been a great coach, like, since he's last been with the 49ers. He can get away with that because, like, it's a way different time frame. But, like, I just feel like Harbaugh's outdated, bro. Like,
Yes. Way outdated. I agree.
like, Harbaugh waited too long to leave college. Like, he waited way too long.
I agree.
Or he should have
yeah.
just never came back.
Yeah, really.
Well,
Fuck Jim
true.
Harbaugh. But
yeah, and I that's why I have the Chargers at 2. It's like Jim Harbaugh tax. If he wasn't there, I'd have him at 1. But yeah, I'm pushing the Denver button as well. I think this is the best team in the AFC. And this is Justin. You said it beautifully. Bo Nix doesn't need to do much. He can be mediocre as much as he wants,
Yep.
and he has the talent around him. I think the weakest group on that whole team is arguably their running back room. RJ Harvey and J.K.
I think it's
Dobbins
the
are
run
like
game.
meh.
I definitely think it's the run game.
Yeah, so if you can somehow like find a trade to where you can get rid of like Dobbins because I don't like his contract that much, and try to find an upgrade. I would love this team a little bit more, but yeah, I'm pushing the Denver button. I think Denver is a fantastic team. They have basically top 5 positional groups everywhere, other than like I said, the running back room, and also
And
obviously
tight
the
end.
QB.
That's really it.
And sure. But it's just like the thing that I don't like is that a lot of people are not Sean Payton fans, and I understand why. But I think I think that Sean can be able to utilize an offense and concepts to help Bo Nix like kind of create this multi-layered processing system like he did help Breeze become. Like I think that Bo Nix has the capabilities to do it. It's just that we're way too early in this career. Like it's year 3 or 4 with Bo. Like if he's able to take
40,
these steps, yeah, sure. But if Nix can get that processing down, because we all remember listening to like Sean Payton, the names of the plays with Breeze on the Saints, like checklist long. He still does the same stuff, and Bo is being able to do it. But like, if Bo can just get into a processor, I would like Bo Nix's ceiling a little bit higher. But yeah, Denver's just the team to beat in the AFC to me.
Yeah, like the thing is, like people like criticize with Sean Payton about the run game, but like I don't think people understand. Like this has always been Sean Payton. He's never had a consistent run game in his life, even when like Breeze was like there, like with like Mark Ingram and like that. That was the only time that Sean Payton had a consistent run game because he actually had good running backs. It was Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara. Before that, never really was like an innovator when it came to like outside zone or inside zone. It was very predictable. It wasn't like that crazy. Like he was more of a passing concepts guy. And like if you can maximize Bo Nix as like this quick game processor like Breeze, which like he really should, because like Bo Nix in Oregon was literally a checkdown merchant. So
literally, I agree.
I'll tell you right now, I like Sean Payton outside of one thing and one thing alone. Sean Payton got Reggie Bush killed, so
that is true.
I was a huge Reggie Bush guy, and Sean Payton definitely served that man up on a platter multiple times. So, But yeah, no, I think outside of like I said, the Bounty Gate, I don't think anyone has a reason to be mad at Sean Payton. If you want to hold old grudges like that, so be it. But like to
It was also like
incentivize,
20
I'm
years
not
ago,
saying that
nearly.
what he did was right, but at the same time, incentivizing your players to play harder, maybe not knock guys out of a game, but you're incentivizing your guys to play harder. I can't really fault it. I'm faulting the way he went about phrasing it, but at the same time, like, go knock out this player, I'll bonus you. No, but if you go out and if your average tackles is 11 and you go out and you double your average tackles, yeah, sure, I'll kick you some extra money. If you haven't had a pick in a while, if you go get one this game, I'll incentivize you. If you're a running back who's been struggling, if you can up your yards per carry by 2 average yards this game, I'll incentivize you. But I hating Sean Payton over incentivizing his guys to play better, even if it was a bad way to go about it, get over it. That was damn near 20 years ago.
I mean, like, it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. I didn't even think he was the main catalyst. It was Greg Williams. That was the
Yeah.
dude. Like, I
Greg
feel
was
I feel like in that situation,
Sean
like,
was scapegoated.
no, and like, dude, like, there's like multiple videos now that like people are saying like, oh, Sean Payton only won Super Bowl with Drew Brees. Like, you don't give like the same leeway. I was like, dude, like, look at the defensive like personnel that Sean Payton had when Brees and him were having top 5 offenses every year, and in the playoffs, like we all knew Sean Payton was getting sold multiple times. Like we all knew it by his defense. So, sorry to get off topic, but
No, that's fine. Yeah, I just, like I said, I just think Denver is the team to beat in the AFC to me, and I have them as my 1 seed.
yeah, I'm at 3. It's just how the schedule, like, it's how the predictor like went about it. So,
Sure.
just because it's 3 doesn't mean like I still think they're the best team in the AFC. Like,
Sure.
I honestly think they're the second best team in the NFL. So
It's hard to argue though because like the top 4 teams are actually just you get down to nitpicking what team has what situation better. Like
yeah,
there's a clear-cut front 4 teams and nobody wants to admit that. It's everyone else is fighting for 5 through 12, I guess. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
should be
for
a fun
sure.
season though. Can't wait.
it's going to be a
I
very
hope so.
interesting season this year.
I hope. Yeah, because like last year, I feel like last year was a down year for me. Like I didn't really enjoy last year compared to other years. So
I don't know. Last year when we did our
Preaching to the choir.
predictions, I almost had it cookie cutter down to the point. The only difference was Carolina ended up finishing over Tampa Bay in their division for me. That was it, and that was because Tampa choked their division away. But
yeah, hope they do.
right.
Yeah, what do you do? Justin, is there any history fact of the day?
There's definitely a history fact of the day. Kieran, as a New Yorker, you might appreciate this because there's an arena dedicated to this guy.
Okay.
On this day, August 25th, 1968, Arthur Ashe becomes the first African American tennis player to win the U.S. Open singles title.
That's pretty dope. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, so
Yeah. There you go.
At some point,
But
I'll
with-
get back to doing games, but like I said, right now we're just at stale content after stale content until the season gets back into the swing of things. Next week, we're hopefully going to have Retro back just because we love to rage bait him on it. But I think we're going to do our QB rankings next week.
I think you guys have to pay Retro to like actually, or he has to pay you to be on now. So
Well, Retro's going off to college, so we might have to find a alternate host for both shows starting effective immediately. So, Kieran,
I mean,
if you get asked every Tuesday, don't be shocked. That's
yeah,
why Gunner.
at this
That's why
point.
Gunner will be asked every Monday.
Do basketball. Yeah. But with that, guys, again, Kieran, I thank you for hosting with us. Hopefully, you do this in the future if Retro is spotty.
oh yeah,
But
for sure.
But we will be. Hopefully, we do next week. Like you said, we might do QB rankings. We might do stuff. I'm not entirely sure. But with that, guys, that was We Don't Know Ball. And we will see you guys next week. Peace.
And
as
check
always,
his rapping.
check his rap 'em.